It feels like it has been weeks since I last filmed a video, and the reason for that is because it has been over a week since I last filmed the video. So we're gonna get back into it. I have some new products to try, some new makeup that I wanna put on my face together with you. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna be trying in this video is the new Jay's Joy eyeshadow palette by Titanium Foxes. I talked about this in a buy or skip video, and I wasn't sure where this brand was from. I thought it was maybe from the US, but apparently it's a French brand, and I am all for trying new European brands and new European indie brands. And I got curious because being able to grab a palette or a product or products from a brand pretty easily without taxes, without very long waiting times, shipping times, that just gets me pretty excited. I just love being able to easily access a brand, and it's just something that I feel more and more. So when I found out that this was actually a French brand and people said in my comments that this was amazing quality, I decided to get this one. I have a feeling it's not a super well-known brand, but if you are saying that this is amazing quality, I'm gonna try it. We're gonna try it. Alright, so the packaging of this is somewhat simple. We do have the leaves and the two birds. It does feel a little bit almost autumnal for a spring palette. It feels kind of like, is it a spring palette or is it an autumnal palette? And then the color story I think is really beautiful. It's kind of like a mix between colors and neutrals, which is something that I really love. Those are my favorite types of palettes. I just love having the option to go more neutral, to go more colorful. We have purples, we have blues, we have browns, we have different really special shades. This shade Crocus was really beautiful in the swatch. Some different shimmer formulas. Some feel a little bit more putty, some feel a little bit more almost dry to the touch. And yeah, I'm just gonna put some of this on my eyes. I don't think I'm gonna do anything too crazy. I just kind of want to see what this formula is about. Okay, I'm gonna clip my hair out of my face a bit already. And I hope it's still gonna look somewhat good when I take this out. Like sometimes there's no saving it after this. Okay, I'm gonna put on my eye primer, which is the Milani one. I'm a little unsure what I want to do. I feel like there are so many options and a lot of really beautiful shimmers that I would want to get on my eye. I'm kind of interested to try the shade Oak over here. It's kind of like that reddish burgundy base with a green shift. It looks really nice. And then maybe with some of this in the crease and maybe like a blue shadow liner. I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna start out with the shade Soft Belly, which is a nice kind of like cooler tone neutral shade. Alright, just starting out. Seems pretty pigmented right away. It's kind of like a taupey shade that has almost something a little bit greenish to it. Almost a little bit of a cool toned olive shade. Blending out easily. Okay, I think that was pretty easy to do. Blended out really nicely. I do really like that color in the crease, but of course I love a kind of like taupey brown. And I'm just gonna use that shade under my eyes as well. I'm just gonna use a pencil brush. And then I'm gonna take the shade Oak on the finger and I'm gonna apply it to the lid. It's not really a lighter shade here. Like there's no inner corner highlight, not a matte one, not a shimmery one. So I'm gonna do that some other way. This is really shifty. That's a really beautiful shimmer. I really like how that looks. It's really beautiful. And I don't feel like there's any fallout with this. It's just very smooth. Just look at the shift on my finger. It's a very strong shift. Really beautiful. And I don't know, the shade just feels very fall to me. Alright, I think I'm gonna just go in with Ground and yeah, we're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna do a neutral look. Sometimes I do almost feel the pressure to do like very intricate things. But I don't know, I'm just feeling this, so we're doing it. I really like the mattes. It's definitely covering up the shimmer. Like here, the shimmer is not really shining through anymore. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's kind of mattifying the whole outer corner. This is turning quite smoky. Like these mattes are definitely pigmented. I feel like sometimes some formulas have mattes that maybe even turn out a little bit lighter than they seem, but these definitely pack a punch. Alright, I'm just gonna use ground on the lower lash line as well, mostly focusing on the outer corner. And now I'm gonna blend the edges with a clean brush. I gotta say, I really like this matte formula. Like, the shimmer is really pretty for sure, but I don't know, there's something about these mattes. I do feel like they are working very well. Pigmented, blendable, like it's pretty easy to go back over them and blend them a little bit more. I feel like sometimes mattes almost set a little bit more. I think I'm gonna put a little bit of a pop of King of J's on the lower lash line. I want another small brush and I hope this is gonna stick and not fall over my face. That is really sparkly. Trying to blend that out without throwing it all over my face. I think that's really cool. Okay, let's do the shadow liner with that dark blue. A very, very dark navy blue. Oh, that's so pigmented. There's just something very smooth and pigmented about these mattes. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of the blue right here, just the residue on the brush. I think this is a very cool look. There are just formulas in the world, you don't come across it often, but there are just some formulas in the world, when you put it on, it just works, it just looks good, it just, I don't know, packs a punch in just the right way. I think this is gonna be such a cool look. I'm feeling very cool. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of something in the waterline. It's gonna be Lilac Cappuccino. I think I'm gonna run out of this pretty soon. Okay, I'm gonna finish up the eyes with some mascara. I'm gonna do my brows, I'm gonna do my face, and then we can continue with the other new products that I want to try. Okay, so this is the look with mascara. I am really, really liking it. I also applied the Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Skin Tint because we're also going to be trying some new powders and I want to see how they work on top of a like more glowy skin tint. I'm almost forgetting, I need an inner corner highlight. I think I'm gonna see if I can find something in the Wycon Spring Break eyeshadow palette. Like, that is the only thing I can think of with this palette that I'm missing a little bit, but I can definitely live with that. And I think I'm just gonna use Sunny over here as an inner corner highlight, just a matte one. We already have so much going on, and this is just a really light nude color. Okay, so recently I tried one of the Beauty Creations Cushion Tip Applicator blushes, and I was so impressed that I decided to buy a few more things from that line. So the bronzer that I'm gonna be using today is the Beauty Creations Sculpt Up Cushion Tip Applicator in Soft Praline. And this is a cool tone shade. I think it's gonna be really good. It's swatched really nicely. It's swatched kind of like almost sheerly, almost a little bit serum-like, which I can enjoy with these types of products. So this is what we're gonna try today. And I hope this formula is gonna be somewhat similar to the blush, because the blush just had a really, really nice consistency that I really enjoyed. I really need to wash my brushes. That's blending out really easily, by the way. I really need to wash my brushes, and I do wash my brushes a lot, but I use so many like glittery, shimmery cream products that it all happens so fast. I blink and all my brushes are dirty. This blending out really nicely. I really like the color. It's really easy to use. It's just a natural looking, not really a sheen, almost a satin look to the cheeks. This is really the type of color that I enjoy when it comes to bronzers. And it's really easy. Like, I feel like this looks really natural on me. Not too crazy, not too overdone, not too bronzy. I really, really like this. There's just something about the brand Beauty Creations. They just do makeup that I like. And when I like a brand, I'm just like, okay, I will try everything. Well, not everything. But if I like a brand, I really like a brand. I get into the brand. I want to try a bunch of different things. So yeah, they once again have proven themselves. I'm really, really liking this contour. Yeah, I feel like this is looking really, really good. Like, I'm not a big fan of the applicator, but I can live with it if the result is like this. Like, It's just really nice. Of course, it's gonna look a little bit more glowy because of the glowy skin tint underneath, but there's just a natural sheen to it. No shimmer, no glitter, nothing too crazy. I really, really like this bronzer. And it's also very affordable, easy to get for me because I just ordered this at Bougie Shop. So I'm excited about this one. This is really nice. I also bought one of the new I also bought one of the new Huda Beauty blush filters. This is the one in Bubblegum. And I already have a few shades from this blush filter line. And I just really love the formula. It's so easy to use, so easy to blend. I believe this one was supposed to be one of the more almost shiny, shimmery ones. I don't really see a shimmer in the swatch. But it could be, as I'm applying it to my face, I will notice it being more glowy. I thought this was a different formula, but we're just gonna try it. And yeah, once again, I bought a pink shade. I just really love pink blushes. Is it gonna suit this eye look perfectly? Maybe not, but we're just gonna try it. Maybe I can tone it down a little bit with something else in the end. Like bubblegum pink with a bronzy eye. It's a tough sell. So just gonna blend it. Is it shimmery? Is it shiny? Am I seeing anything out of the ordinary? Maybe a little bit, but it's nothing too crazy. Like if you don't pay attention to it, you're not gonna see it for sure. It's not like, wow, there's something different about it, but yeah, it might have a little bit more of a glow to it than the formula usually does. But it's like a ever so slight difference. So if you're kind of like expecting a blush liner and that is what you're hoping for, I wouldn't buy this product for that, to try and get that effect, because that is not what this is. It's really, really beautiful, a beautiful color. I just feel like this formula works so well. That is really nice. Is there a glow or am I imagining it? I'm gonna do a close-up. Is it? Maybe, yeah, ever so subtly, I guess. There's something slightly glowy about it. It is really beautiful. I really like this color, of course, because I love pink blushes. I think this is cute. Okay, so I also bought one of the highlighters from the Beauty Creations Cushion Tip Applicator line. And this is called the Beauty Creations Glow Up Cushion Tip Applicator. And then the shade that I got is White Gem. So it's kind of like a white with a champagne-ish shimmer in it kind of color. Like that is what we're working with here. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit. And I think I'm just gonna blend that out with my finger. That is really nice. That is really nice. Ooh, that is actually stunning. Okay, I have no regrets. That is such a beautiful glow. I just took a little bit. I feel like you can build this up pretty seriously, pretty far. That is really beautiful. It doesn't seem like chunky or shimmery, but there's a really nice like sheen to it that it really blends into the skin. I feel like it looks glowy but natural. I think it's really, really nice. I think I'm just gonna leave the cheeks like this. I feel like it blends into my skin enough to kind of work with the eyes. So we are moving on to the powder that I want to try. So What Beauty sent over 2 shades of the Wind Dancer Pressed Setting Powder. And this is a butterfly themed pressed setting powder. And this is a pressed setting powder that does have a little bit of color to it. That is talc free, clean, cruelty free, vegan, formulated with kaolin clay, known to reduce shine. And it also has panthenol in it, which is supposed to be hydrating. And then 3 rose, shea, and cacao butter. So I love panthenol for my skin. It really, really helps. I got the shades light and medium. I think medium is gonna be way too dark for me right now. Who knows in the summer? But I did want to see kind of like what the differences in color would be like. And if I could maybe use medium, like usually I am not a medium, by far not, but I did get the light and medium shades in the bronzer by What's a Beauty, and I do feel like that medium I could somewhat use. So I did feel like the brand runs somewhat lighter in their colors, but here we have the light shade, and I think this is gonna work for me. I think it's looking really nice. The packaging is beautiful. Once again, like What's Beauty always does something really nice and creative with their products, and I love the butterfly embossing. I also got the brush from this collection. This is the R204 and it's more of a fluffy brush. These are real hair brushes. These are really nice quality. I also got a few of them when I got the package with the bronzers and the blushes from them. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this powder. I don't use a lot of powders that have more of a like almost coverage to them. Okay, that very quickly took away the shine on my forehead. Wow, that is diffused. That actually did a lot. That did a lot for my forehead. That was quick. It's looking really nice, actually. Really nice and diffused. Definitely took away the like most of the shine. I don't mind a little bit of a shiny skin, but sometimes when I really like lather on the SPF especially, I do get really like shiny in my T-zone. It's not because I'm oily, it's just because of the product. And then I like to kind of like dab something over. This is looking really good. It's time for another close-up. I feel like it's really making my skin look great. It doesn't look that matte, but it does really take down the glow quickly. And it feels good. It feels nice. That worked well. Should I use a little bit of this under my eyes? Like I have a little bit of concealer here. Usually I don't really crease over there, but I could just try a little bit and see how I feel about that. But I am not as glowy here as I was on my forehead. Yeah, that doesn't make a crazy difference. But that is a really nice powder. So far I like it. I do have dry skin. I don't need the strongest of powders. I just want a hint of a powder to just take away like the worst of the shine, and then I don't look at my skin again for the rest of the day. I don't really like have to check up or like add any powder. So I can't really like review it in that sense, but I can say that this is looking really nice on my skin so far. Alright, the last product that I want to try in this video is actually by Wycon, and this is their matte icon lipstick, and this is in shade 24 Lilac. It's kind of like a muted raspberry almost. Might be a little bit on the deeper side for me, but it is looking like a really interesting formula. It's swatched really smoothly. So yeah, let's try this out. I tried the new limited edition by Wycon. I also have a few extra items from their regular line. I'm just gonna try some things out because I'm really like interested in this brand. I want to know what the good products are, what the formulas are that I can get really into, because they have really interesting ranges of shades. I feel a lot of cool tones when it comes to lip products, so I think it's interesting to know like what the best lip products are. Okay, let's apply. This lipstick is very loose in the packaging. Like now I pressed it back, but I hope now it will be okay. Yeah. This feels very creamy. Very lightweight as well. Feeling comfortable, it's looking smooth. It's a little bit on the darker side, almost like a darker pink, but I do think it's looking really nice. It's really like this comfort matte. It doesn't feel drying. Like we'll see how it wears if I feel like it becomes more drying later. But this is really nice. Like that is really flattering. I think I'm gonna put on a little bit of a lip liner. Going with shade Cheers to Life by Catrice. I think that's looking really nice. I just feel like I'm missing a little bit of color on the cheeks. I feel a little pale, and I did pick another option to use on the cheeks, and I think I'm just gonna try it out. Like we already know how this is all looking like this, so I'm just gonna see what happens if I put this on top. So this is the Wycon Partner in Time Long Lasting Compact Blush in shade 103 Real Pink, and it's kind of like this muted pink shade. And it almost has something purpley about it. It looks really cool. I do really like the shade of that. I don't know if it's gonna mattify this cheek. I hope not. But I'm just gonna try it out and give it a chance. So I'm just gonna use the Sink Beauty blush brush. Yeah, I do think it's gonna mattify a little bit. That adds a lot of color. That's very pigmented. I smell something. It smells a little perfumey. I don't know how to feel about that. It smells almost a little bit nutty. This is quite nice. I do see a little bit of glow through it for sure. It's gonna blend the edges with the powder brush. Yeah, just look at that difference. Like, this is a very pigmented blush. Like, that is really nice actually. I really like that. But yeah, I feel like the bottom half of my face is like a look on its own, and the eyes are like something else. I wouldn't normally pair this with each other, but yeah. We're trying makeup. It's how it goes sometimes. I think this is a really nice color of blush and just a really nice formula in general. It's really looking smooth and it has a nice amount of pigmentation. I do feel like the glow is still like glowing through the blush. So that is something I like. Yeah, this is definitely a more blushy look. Maybe it's a little bit much, but I don't know. I feel like it's a bit out of balance for me personally if I don't have that much color on the cheeks when the rest of the look is quite in your face. I know that usually you would tone down the cheeks a little bit, but I just don't know. Maybe in a few years I will laugh at myself like about what I was thinking at this time, but right now I'm just liking this more than the more subtle cheek look. Alright, so this is gonna be the finished look. I have to say, this was one of the most successful new makeup videos, like trying new makeup videos that I have done ever. Like, I feel like everything worked really well. The eyeshadow palette was amazing quality. I loved all the cheek products. The lipstick is actually so good. I really love the color and feels really comfortable, almost a little bit silicone-y. It doesn't feel drying and it just looks really smooth on the lips. I'm gonna be eating some things, I'm gonna be talking, I'm gonna be doing some things and see if it kind of like dries into my lips. I feel like sometimes with these type of lip products, if the top layer of moisturization wears off, it starts feeling really dry. So I'm gonna update you on that. But I'm really excited to try these products more, to use these products more. And I'm excited to really get into the Jay's Joy eyeshadow palette because I feel like there are so many beautiful looks I could do with it. Okay, that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you for watching and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.